Hi everyone, Caleb here. As part of a graduate class assignment, I was tasked with evaluating different assistive technologies for people with disabilities. The one that I kind of settled on is one I actually use pretty frequently in my daily life, and it is the Apple screen reader. Um, this is a tool that is very versatile. It's easy to use. It's kind of cross-platform, works on the iPhone, works on the Mac, works on iPad. So lots of different devices use it. Screen readers are not new. Most cell phones now have one. It's some type of accessibility feature. Apple has them. Most of the Android devices have them, so they exist. Apple's just the one that I'm most familiar with. It's the ones I use often, so that's what I've chosen. The way it works, it uses Siri, Apple's virtual assistant. When things are working the way they're supposed to, it can actually be controlled via voice or touch gestures. It looks to be a bug in some of the most recent iOS updates are stopping Siri from actually reading anything on the screen. I've looked into it online and have not found any solutions to the problem. If you seem to find one, let me know. I'm always glad to hear it. But the way it works is after it's been enabled, using the touch gestures, it'll read the content of the screen to you. You have the ability to pause, go back, go forward, increase the reading speed, things like that. I use it. I am not visually impaired, but I use it mostly as a source for like audiobooks. I don't really like to pay for audiobooks, so I'll have Siri read the book to me using this feature inside my Kindle app. Now, I have noticed that kind of the one drawback is if it's reading multiple pages, the phone screen has to be on and unlocked and to the app that you're wanting it to read. Otherwise, it'll just read one page and then stop. So that you can get a better feel for how it works, I'll go ahead right now and switch over to my phone screen so that you can see how to enable this as well as the process for using it. So that being said, over here, and I will switch it over to my phone. See here, got my phone up. We're going to go to the Settings app. Settings app's where you want to be. You're going to scroll down till you see accessibility. You're going to select accessibility, and then we're going to go to the spoken content. So pressing spoken content, and we want to make sure that speak screen is enabled. If it's off, you're just going to enable it. You have a few different options here in the spoken content. If you wanted to turn them on at the time, you can do the speak selection where you can highlight text and have it read to. The speech controller, if you want to see what the speech controller looks like, you can turn that on. The highlight content, the different voices you have, your speaking rate, pronunciations, things like that. But we're just leave it as is for speak screen. So now I'm going to go to turn that off. I've got just an AP News article pulled up here in Safari, and in a perfect world, I would be able to tell, hey Siri, read the screen.
There's nothing to read.
And she would read the screen, but right now she says there's nothing to read. And like I said, I think that is because there's a glitch in or a bug in the most recent iOS updates. Otherwise, we can use the touch gesture. So I'm going to take two fingers and I'm just going to drag from the top of the phone. So two fingers and just kind of swipe down from the top of the phone. So two fingers, swipe down,
Enable
top, middle.
accessibility. AP News, AP Radio. Update hourly. Trending news. Mass shootings. Classified documents. Russia-Ukraine war. NFL playoffs. Search. Rybakina, Sabalenka to meet in Australian Open women's final.
Okay, so you can see that it read all of what was on the page, which is what it's supposed to do. It's a screen reader. For our purposes, if we just wanted to read that article, that's a lot of information that we didn't need. But if you're using this tool to navigate, you do want that information. Now, since we don't need that, first to just have it read to it, we use the bonus tip, which is the reader view in Safari, which takes web pages and then turns them into easily readable articles. So in the top left-hand corner is a lowercase a and an uppercase a. If you press that and you hit show reader, it now has taken that, it's removed all the ads from the web page, it's removed all the extra fluff, and now it's just an article for us to be read. So I can use those two fingers and swipe down again
Hinakama, Sabalenka to meet in Australian Open Women's Final. Elena Rybakina of Kazakhstan waves after defeating Victoria Azarenka of Belarus in their semi-final match at the Australian Open Tennis Championship in Melbourne, Australia, Thursday, January 26, 2023. AP Photo Anchor.
So one thing that's interesting about that is that is the mark of a very high quality accessibility photo, right? The screen that it read to me, it gave me all the descriptions of that photo without me being able, if I wasn't able to see it. So that's a high quality website design right there in terms of accessibility. But you can see that it's reading the screen to us. If I had decided to, midway through the screen, done it,
Everything was new at Wimbledon, Rybakina said after hitting 9 aces in the semifinals to raise her tournament lead in total to 40.
you can see that it'll just read where I am on the screen. If you noticed, the tools I have, again, I have the going backwards, pausing, playing, going forwards. I can change the speed of it reading to me. Hit it, hide it. I just hit that X when I'm done. And so this is again a very useful tool. It's very versatile. It works across different devices, minus the thing about Siri not really working to read the screen right now like it should. This would be a perfect tool otherwise, and so hopefully Apple gets this fixed. That being said, that's kind of my review of this assistive technology. Hopefully it was helpful for you. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of whatever day it is when you watch this video. Thanks.